Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a horror movie review and I'll be having a look at the 2013 movie Dead of Night. So this is a British movie, but it's actually starring Tony Todd. Well, I say starring, he's more or less a cameo in this movie, just to give it a name. Now this movie is a bit of an interesting one, the fact that it's kind of part found footage and kind of part normal narrative. Essentially what you've got is 5 young people going into Jericho Manor, which is apparently this sort of haunted manor, to sort of do some sort of internet ghost show, and they kind of get locked in overnight by Tony Todd, who's like the caretaker of this place. And we sort of told in the kind of the prologue basically that all of these sort of people have got killed, and ultimately kind of the narrative part, the normal film type bits, are the kind of police investigation kind of that are kind of spliced in between sort of evidence, found footage basically. So basically top and tails the actual film. And obviously throughout the film you have sort of splices of these kind of like police doing the investigation. And what they actually, how they actually use the found footage, I suppose, is a little bit clever. So basically you've got these kind of people who have put all these sort of cameras up all in this manor, and basically it's the police kind of looking through the evidence, and this is the actual found footage that they're actually seeing. But that's where the cleverness ends, unfortunately, because the rest of this film is utter garbage, unfortunately. So for a start, it is such a cheap film. The acting is absolutely horrible. Now, Tony Todd is a well-known established horror movie icon. I have to say I've never been a big fan. I always think he's overrated and actually overacts on pretty much everything, to be honest. And there's no exception in this film. And he really does overact, but pretty much all of the cast do. I mean, they're all very sort of cliche characters. You've kind of got the, the sort of the dickhead guy. You've kind of got the nerdy guy. You've kind of got the sort of the pretty girl who has aspirations of becoming a star, all that sort of thing. So there's no originality in the script. The acting is just horrible all round, with the exception of maybe the kind of the police characters, but they don't have a lot of screen time, to be quite honest. So there's that. So the actual found footage, which takes up the kind of the bulk of the film, is just, again, there's just such big logic holes in here. And I don't mean to kind of sound nitpicking on things like this, but we're told very early on, for example, that there's some sort of spooky, sort of supernatural things going on, and all of a sudden everyone's phone batteries are dead. How spooky, it must be the spirits, but strangely all the camera batteries are fine. So this kind of the spirits are taking the batteries out of the cameras, but not the phones, but not the cameras. Stupid. And in another scene you've basically got this kind of masked killer who basically wears tracksuits and really isn't all that scary, and he's kind of like stalking some of this particular female victim with a kind of like again a handheld camera. Now we're meant to believe it's pitch black dark, but he's got one of those cameras that's kind of got the side compartment that kind of opens up to a screen. Now if it really is pitch black dark, and even if the camera was sort of night vision, you would still see the light emanating from this kind of side screen and be able to at least see where he was. Stupid. There's just loads of like little inconsistencies and just very sort of basic logic stuff like that it just takes you out of the film. And like I said, this mysterious figure who's introduced ultimately, and really doesn't look all like spectral, I have to say. It's just this guy in a hoodie with ski gloves and some sort of like plastic mask on. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish, this movie. I'll give it maybe a 2 out of 10 purely because I quite like the fact that they were looking at the evidence and that was the reason for the kind of the found footage. But if they're looking at the evidence, why is he going to have spooky music playing on it and stuff like that? And anyway, it's rubbish film. 2 out of 10. What have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.